What if a dress could sense when a woman feels threatened and protect her before she even reacts? As someone suddenly moves toward her, tiny sensors hidden in the fabric detect her breathing speeding up while simultaneously tracking the person's movement. When the two signals match, small motors in the shoulders spring to life, releasing a ring of spider-like arms that create space around her and send a clear warning. Stay back. But when someone approaches calmly and her breathing remains steady, those same arms relax and soften, almost as if they're welcoming them closer.
What if your clothes could tell when you're uncomfortable before you even said a word, and then physically step in for you? At first, this sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, but scientifically speaking, the basic idea isn't as impossible as it sounds. The real challenge isn't making the dress move, it's teaching it to understand why you're reacting. The first interesting part is the breathing direction. When people suddenly feel threatened or stressed, their breathing can become faster or more irregular. Wearable technology can already monitor breathing through things like changes in chest movement, pressure, or even electrical signals. So, putting sensors into clothing is actually quite realistic. But here's where things get complicated. Fast breathing doesn't automatically mean danger. Maybe she's being chased by someone, or maybe she just ran up 3 flights of stairs because she was late. Imagine the dress seeing her breathing at 30 breaths 30 breaths per minute and going code red while she's just trying to catch her breath. Suddenly, the poor guy standing next to her gets attacked by 6 mechanical spider arms for absolutely no reason. That's why using breathing alone wouldn't be enough. A much smarter system would combine several signals. For example, the dress could monitor breathing, heart rate, body movement, and the distance and the speed of someone approaching. If a person suddenly moves toward her while her psychological signals also indicate stress, the system becomes much more confident that something is wrong. Well, this is basically the same principle used in many intelligence systems. Don't rely on one piece of information when several signals can work together. And there's another major problem: false alarms. Imagine you're at a crowd party and someone walks quickly toward you, the sensor detects rapid movement, and your heart rate goes up because you thought they were going to spill a drink on you, and suddenly, boom! The dress deploys its mechanical spider legs. Now, you protected yourself from a threat that was actually just your friend bringing you pizza, so the software would need some kind of decision threshold. Instead of instantly reacting, it could evaluate how quickly the person is approaching, how close they are, whether the wearer is moving away, and whether her stress signals remain elevated. The physical mechanism itself would also need to be carefully designed. Those spider-like arms might look impressive, but in real life, anything that rapidly extends from clothing could accidentally hit someone, or even injure the wearer. So, rather than sharp or rigid components, engineers would probably want lightweight, flexible structure with limited force and controlled movement. And personally, I would add another feature, a manual override. Because if your dress decides that your mother walking toward you is a threat, you should probably be able to tell it, "Relax, that's my mom." A better solution might actually be a combination of passive protection and active warning. Instead of immediately deploying the arms, the dress could first create a visible barrier, produce a warning sound, or alert the wearer through vibration. Only if the situation continues will the mechanical protection activate. That's what makes this concept so fascinating. The difficult part isn't building a futuristic dress. The difficult part is giving a machine enough context to understand the difference between a danger, anxiety, excitement, and someone simply walking too fast. And if engineers can solve that problem, smart clothing could become much more than a cool, futuristic costume. It could become a genuinely useful safety technology.